A video unlike any you've seen on the channel today on Barber Dave Shaves and Such. Happy Monday, everybody. I know some of you are back to work today, and I apologize for that. But I hope you're having a good day no matter where you're at. Things are starting to heat up here. But what I said earlier, we're not going to shave today. Well, then why the heck are you making a video? Well, I shaved late. Those of you that watch the channel, I shaved late yesterday, so I don't really need a shave today. Plus, it's Barber Errand Day, so I've got a bunch of stuff to do. However, I did mention yesterday that one of our subscribers, Piping Tenor or Opera Man, known as Scott on the Shaving Cadre, was having some issues in this area. So that's what we're going to address today with a straight razor. It should be noted that this is kind of a specific video for him, but it can apply to anybody who's having issues here. As I've said plenty of times before, make absolutely sure that you map your beard so you know which direction your whiskers are going in. And then more importantly, before you shave, make sure, and this came up on the forum as well, make sure that your face is very, 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 very well hydrated, whether that be with a hot shower, a hot towel, however you decide to do that. And whether you use pre-shave products or not, that's entirely up to you. So what we're going to address today is the hair growth in the neck area. Now, those of you that have seen my videos know that I have some issues right in here. However, Scott had indicated to me that his hair growth grows this way all the way to his other ear. So his with the grain is this way, and his against the grain is this way, or vice versa. That really doesn't matter. So what we're going to do today, now I have, since I don't need a shave, we're going to be using the Tedalus as an example because it's the closest thing to a real straight razor, but I've taken the blade out, so that way I don't hack myself to pieces. So most people think that with the grain is always this way, against the grain is always this way, and across the grain, well, it depends on how your face is mapped. So what we're going to do is we're going to address here. Now, if you have hair growth that's growing this way and that way, or all kinds of wonky stuff in here, there are specific angles of attack that you need to follow. Now, a lot of people would argue that says, okay, if I'm left-handed and I want to shave this part going against the grain, I'm going to do this. Well, here's the problem. You've got spaces in there and you're never going to get that flat enough to get a good shave on. Not to mention the fact that if you skip, you're going to cut yourself right across. Same thing across here. Now, the only thing I will argue with, and you'll have to figure out this yourself, as you all know, I am a big proponent of cross-handed shaving. Shave the right side with the left hand, shave the left side with the right hand. It's something that takes some time, but in this case, it's really, really important, and I'll tell you why. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be doing a scything action against those hairs because you cannot, even if you go this way, you just can't do it. And if you're one-handed, it's even worse. Don't ask for the injury because you also have your Adam's apple in here. We're going to show you some tips on that too. So let's assume that we're doing our with the grain pass. What I would suggest, if your hair is growing a certain way, when you do your with the grain this way, or this way, depending on what hand you're using, switch hands or figure out a way to get this blade to be like this with this hand. Not real easy, is it? But what you're going to do is you're going to stretch from your chin up, you're going to stretch that skin, and you're going to go in an X. What we're going to do is we're going to do an X pattern. So you're coming down as an X, and then just finish out this way. Same thing on this side. You're going to come down in one half of the X and go all the way down and then finish up with straight down. Now, in my case, I have to go this way across the cheek. Now, you can do that, but you're not going to get the angle because whether the tang or whether it is going to hit you and you're going to cut yourself. Okay, so once that's done and you do your across the grain or with the grain on your cheeks, we're ignoring from here up. What you're going to want to do is you're still going to feel a lot. So do the other half of the X. Again, cross-handed if you can. If not, you're going to have to do it this way. And I can't do that. So anyhow, so take your skin, stretch it, starting at your Adam's apple area, go up in an X the other half of the X. So you're going to be scything across that hair. Same thing on this side. Stretch and come across the hair this way. Because with the growth going this way and that way, that's going to cross-cut that hair. Now, once you're done, then you are going to probably have some issues in here. And I'll go back to what I said. I wouldn't try the flat blading until you're comfortable with it. But what you're going to want to do is in this area right here, lather up and then do buffing with one side of the X. Then switch, do the other side of the X, but you're going to be doing some windshield wiper action. Same on this side. And then repeat it. Now, if you do get to the point where you get comfortable enough with the flat blading, that'll work. And then what I would do, just as a final thing, is just do your normal against the grain just as a touch-up. And that should give you a nice BBS shave on the neck area. Try it. Scott, this video is particularly for you, but anybody else who has some suggestions, please put them in there. But I've found that for me, with that wonky hair growth, that is the best for me to get a DS BBS shave every single time. So that's it for today, guys. Like I said, no shave today, but just to say that we did something, we're going to put on some aftershave, and that's Pacific Prince. And this is basically an Aqua Velva type. If you were to take Aqua Velva and Skin Bracer and Perasso and mash them all together, this would be as close. That's it. So Scott, I hope that helps you out. Please let me know in the comments and anybody else that, and if you ever have an issue that you're having with a straight razor or even a DE razor, DM me and I will do a specific video to address your concerns. Anyhow, I'm Barber Dave. This has been Barber Dave Shaves and Such for Monday. I hope everybody has a great day, and we'll probably see you again tomorrow. Take care.